me how to say ladies and gentlemen in gender-neutral terms.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Oh my God, Sam!
Holy
Oh my God, the first couple of HIAC Talk Radio making a triumphant return to the squared circle yesterday,
Yes.
accompanied by his lovely, gorgeous, amazing author wife, Damian and Foxy are back. My God, I've missed you guys.
Missed you, buddy. How you doing?
I'm fine. I wasn't the one in the ring yesterday. How the hell are you doing?
Tired, sore. It was definitely it was interesting, but honestly, credit is due where credit is due. I mean, the ball honestly didn't get rolling on anything like that. It wasn't anything exactly in plans, in works, or like that, but it was something that definitely got moving because of this one right here. And I'm serious. And I'm serious.
No, I'm not. I'm not laughing at what you said. I laughed because it was like the
Just
perfect
so-
timing. She was just like,
Yep.
me. It's perfect timing. We're just good. We're just gonna keep going because I can't really beat that intro. So we're in it. That's it. The show has started, folks. Yes. Yes. What can you elaborate on that feeling a little bit?
Um,
I don't know how to ask the question again.
Well, no, I mean, for a long time, as I said, I had really no interest of getting back into the ring or whatever like that. And, watching her work and watching the product of Xcite, which you've seen me for a long time now, even before this, always like, hey, check out Xcite, check out Xcite. I loved what they were doing and everything like that with, newer talent mixed with some veteran talent and things like that. And then the work that she had been putting out. And the work she'd been putting into it behind the scenes as well as a mentor and as a guide to so many of them that are there and everything like that. It lit something in me as I watched, and I was like, man, I wouldn't mind dabbling in it, so to speak. So then I want to say 2 months ago, you kind of dropped a little seed to them about it. And everything like that. And she was like, Speedy Fest is coming around, just letting you know. I mean, it started honestly just as us having a weekend vacation away.
He was just tagging along for the weekend. And it was a matter of, oh, hey, if you need someone for the Battle Royal, cool.
Yeah.
As we're driving, we're in the Speedy Fest park, and we're driving around looking for parking. And we get the phone call as I'm looking for parking of, hey, he's got a match tonight. We're like, okay, cool.
So
you brought your gear, right?
Age-old adage is you
always bring your gear
just in case. You always have your gear just in case. To which I did.
I told him that like a month or two ago. I'm like, you're coming to Speedy Fest, just bring your gear for the Battle Royal just in case. Yeah. And I was like, again, Battle Royal. Like we had a lot of because Speedy Fest was pretty much accounted for like months in advance as far as spots were concerned, but there's always a Battle Royal. So I'm like, oh yeah, you're probably gonna be in the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I mean, I had some stuff quickly whipped up and everything like that. Through a really good friend of mine, Brawley. Brawley because he's team up with Damian Priest.
I was gonna say he was in New Moon every month. We saw him with you guys, yeah.
And fun fact, him and Priest were supposed to be the last opponents for Fusion DS before it retired prior to the match actually happening. Fun fact. But so I had something whipped up because a lot of my old gear I don't have. And I was not about to put trunks on with as minimal as I have. I mean, not that I'm like obese or anything like that, but just with age, your metabolism so I can't fit into those things anymore.
Nope.
I can't fit into them anymore. Like I'm at the weight now that I was trying to get to then. So wow. I was like, all right, I had something whipped up and everything like that, just in case. And it's supposed to be a Battle Royal, and I come in and like, oh, you have a match. And I was like, and I'll be honest, I had a lot of fear, apprehensions, and everything like that because I know physically where my cardio is in terms of in ring. You know, you can, like they tell everybody, you know, you can do as much cardio working out as possible. It doesn't beat being in the ring. It's a totally different thing. The closest thing I can compare it to is just continuously doing Indian sprints, because that's what it is. It's stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. It's
Oh.
Indian sprints is the closest way I can describe it. So I knew my cardio wasn't fully there, and then also just my, you know, my mental memory, so to speak, that goes along with doing this as well. And this one here, other than being really supportive going into it, was the mental glue the entire time. Me getting, because she kept looking at me and she reads my face and
Like,
she's
you're
like,
good.
and I'm like,
You're good.
and I was honest with her. I was like, no. I was like, I'm not, no. You
Well,
know,
the
I'm
thing
getting in the
was,
ring with.
the stars aligned perfectly, Damian, for you. Not only did you not know that you were going to be wrestling, but once you found out you're going in the ring for the first time in Lord knows how long, and you had perfect weather for it too. So
Oh my God, yeah.
also,
I mean, I'm getting in the ring with a kid half my age. You know, literally half my age. I'm getting into somebody. So that's what. But yeah, the rain starts kicking in, and it comes in, and the camera doesn't do it justice. For anybody that did what it was pouring when it got
Oh
in the
wait, dude, it did not look like it was pouring in the pictures. Holy shit.
but I knew it was because I knew where you guys were, and I knew how bad the
Oh.
rain was. So it's like, oh my God, Damian didn't come back in this, did he? Holy shit!
Yeah, it was pouring, and they made note of it on the commentary. Johnny Moose, the owner and proprietor of Xcite, even mentioned it. He goes, that would be the way he puts over the whole Super 8 thing. But he says, you know, this guy hasn't been in the ring in 11 years, and this would be the way. He goes, if it was the dead of winter, it would have wound up being a blizzard. You know? It's just,
But that's just like the way.
That's
like,
our thing.
Anytime something major happens in our lives, like, you know, one of our major anniversary dates, or just birth of our fucking first kid, it downpours. So like the rain started as we're in the back, and I'm like, you know what? This is
fitting.
fitting.
It's fitting.
It's absolutely fitting.
Wow, I was scared for you, man. I really was.
Yeah, but it was good. You know, I mean, it was really. By the time it was like, it was over in a flash, as they say. It was. Over
I was
in a
about to
flash
say, yeah.
and everything like that. And I was just like, you know, like the ropes were slippery. I'm getting in the ring, and my boot slides on the rope. I'm like, oh, okay, and like that. I'm sure the guru here could appreciate the finish though. The Arn Anderson DDT finish.
Ha!
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a classic. It was a classic finish. Just to fake the punch, hit that DDT was a nice classic
God,
ode
I
to
love
Arn
that.
Anderson.
I love that finish.
The
That'll never not be
second
my
day-
favorite finish, man.
The second day was then the polar opposite. I mean, I had the hottest time I had ever had, worst time I'd ever had in an outside show was an old USA Pro show. They set up the ring on the beach, like literally on the beach. So there was sand trailed into the ring and everything, and it was scorching hot. We were near the ocean, but there was no breeze or anything that day.
Oh.
It was so it was Gino Caruso's old rings he used to rent out. Now, if anybody knows the Gino Caruso's rings, those ropes are wrapped in tape like no tomorrow. It was so hot that tape was melting and
Well,
everything
the
like
ropes
that.
at Xcite, they were starting to as well.
They were starting to melt. So, you know, at that time, that was the worst. Yesterday, beat it. The park got so hot. The covering around the cables started to melt. The canvas was black. The matting underneath started to get extremely soft and melt itself to the point where like it was like walking on a mattress and you were touching the boards because it was melting so much. And then Dan Barry tosses me to the outside. Now I thought the canvas was the worst. I was wrong. I hit the blue mat on the outside, and this is not an exaggeration. It was like touching a hot stove with the flame on. As soon as my back hit, I popped right up and I yelled out, this is worse. You could have legitimately, the expression was true, you could have fried an egg on the mat.
That sun was brutal. Like, it wasn't humid hot, but that sun in the heat index was insane.
They said like I think they took a temperature thing at this thing's like underneath. It was like probably over. I think Moose said over 900 degrees,
Something like that.
something like that. It was hot. I mean, it
So-
was hot.
Damian, you participated in a hardcore match without even trying.
Yeah,
On a
I know.
technicality.
On a technicality, yeah.
Yeah, on a technicality. That's crazy. So
And then
I guess that
Barry and I had a
was-
blast, and it was the first time Dan Barry and I had been in the ring in longer than 11 years, and we had a blast. It was good.
because Super 8 was 13,
13.
right? Yeah.
2013.
Yeah. Wow. Time fun. I see. Now I felt bad after you texted me because you texted me the pictures, and it was weird for some reason because I see when Foxy posts when she's going up, and I've seen you go before, and I know when there's an event happening. I see the videos. I'm all over that. But for some reason, when I saw you guys take the picture in the car, when I saw that picture, I was like, he's wrestling today. I just had a feel. I don't know. I really don't know. I just said to myself, Damian's going to wrestle today, I bet. And then kind of forgot about it. Not that the event was happening. I forgot, like I thought about it. And then you sent me the pictures. I was like, yes. And then I felt bad because I was like, my reaction was so bad. Or I think I covered up by going, ooh. But I don't know. I had a feeling it was going to be a good weekend. I didn't know you were wrestling twice and that it was on the stove.
Oh, I didn't know it was gonna be twice either because it wasn't expected. After I got through the curtain on the first day, HC Loke was real happy with me, and Johnny Mooks was really happy with me, and they pretty much just toted the sentiment that I'm always welcome to let them know.
You haven't changed except for the color of your hair, barely.
Yeah,
So I mean, barely.
I look like the smaller midget Americanized KG Muto.
I mean, you said it, not me. For those who are not in the know, he means Muda, great Muda. Oh man, yeah, he did. You know what? He still looked like you, like with that one shot of you coming out to the ring and you were going kind of like this the first
Yeah,
day.
my
I
old
was like,
gesture.
he still looks like a badass. I ain't gonna fuck with him. Same
I
thing.
bet Lagans knows what this hand gesture is from because it's actually an Easter egg. Come on, Craig, you got to know what this is from.
Are you making a phone call?
You got to tell me.
Make a phone
No.
call. Because everybody always does this or this or this. So I needed something a little different. And of course, we are your nerd herders. If
Yes.
you ever watched No Holds Barred,
Oh,
Oh my
God.
God!
Rip
I blocked that out a long time ago.
it's
That's how Rip did it.
It's Rip. Yeah.
It's Rip 'em.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so-
God.
No,
I
block that
forgot
one
all
out.
about the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we were
With
just
the-
talking about
yeah.
that movie last week.
Oh my God. I mean, it's better than Suburban Commando. I can at least watch that one. I can't watch
But
Suburban Commando. I can watch.
It's no Mr.
But
Nanny
honestly,
though.
again, you know,
It's no Santa
again,
with muscle.
That's
the,
true.
the locker room, the guys, a lot of them knew me already, but like this was like the first time. Like I'd only been to Xcite once before. I'd only been there once before, and that was there. We did that backstage promo and everything like that. And a couple of those guys knew me, but like this was the first time I was there, and a lot of the guys were, everybody was just very, very nice, very open. Some of the people were like, some of the guys were, they floored me because they were like, man, I'm finally getting to see you wrestle in person. We've seen your clips and all, like getting to see you do it. And then when I was done, they were like, oh my God. And we are all our own worst critics. We know this. And everything like that. Of course I went to her and I went to Moose and went looking, everybody was, Loke said, you really impressed me and everything like that. And it was cool. But like the main thing is like, I asked her, I was like, because I knew she'd be honest with me and everything like that. But again, this is the glue that kept it all together. This is why it happened right here. This is why it happened.
Thank you, Fox.
That makes two of us, Stu, because I really thought, I was like, when's the next chapter? I was waiting.
No, I was still doing my own chapter at that time. That's when I was getting ready for my very first match.
Oh, I remember.
So yeah, no, fuck that
So,
shit. It was about me.
It was
Yeah,
about me, God damn it.
That was about me.
I
Again,
have questions for you too, Foxy. Don't you
This
worry.
whole run that he's gonna do is even about me. This is just my backup plan.
This is the backup plan.
In case shit goes awry.
I'm just the backup.
He's my backup.
Actually,
Oh.
if anybody, I don't know if anybody, the best best parts of everybody saw the best part of Saturday,
Yeah.
which was the video clip I posted today. Absolute best part of
Yes,
artwork.
that was cool.
Thank you to Victoria. If she happens to be watching, happens to see it. Thank you, Victoria, for getting that candid video of that. It really heartwarmed me. There'll be a picture I'll be posting tomorrow because this slick fox here caught a really cool picture that I'll post tomorrow as my throwback and everything like that. But two best chants I got yesterday. The two best chants I got. Because the cat got out of the bag over the weekend. We usually keep it very low key and I like that. Because again, you guys always know I never want to tread on her career. She is her, I am me. If we work together, that's one thing. But she gets her due and the flowers and everything that she deserves. I always felt that, and I never liked that in the past. In the past, we always used to get, Dragon's wife and everything like that. So yesterday, while I'm in the ring, I'm getting a chant going.
Oh,
Foxy's husband. A Foxy's husband chant. And then, of course, the other one I got, which I thought was really cool, was Damian Steamboat, because I kept doing the arm drag.
Nice.
But the Fox's husband chant were great. Dan Barry, for those of you familiar with Dan Barry's work, Dan is a whole lot of fun to watch as well as work with. So Dan goes, wait a minute, it's Fox's husband now? I went, yeah, it's kind of reversed and it's good. And you hear this one's voice in the back, damn right.
Dan Barry's one of my favorite people. I wish I was around more when Dan Barry was at shows. I just was not at enough shows with Dan.
Yeah, Dan
God,
Barry,
I love that guy.
Everybody's favorite wrestler, Dan Barry. Everybody's favorite wrestler, Dan Barry.
So I want to get to the nitty gritty on this, and like I said, this is also Fox's interview because I have some legit questions for Fox as well.
That's fine. Like I said, I have Mondays off, so I'm good right now.
Yeah.
No, it's Monday today.
It's Monday today.
It's
Monday.
The shop is closed.
I'm glad one of us knows.
Man, I missed that.
So, yes, I did. Yes, I do miss that. So your first bump, your first slam, your first back bump, Damian. How'd that feel?
It was a wake up. It was definitely like, oh, hi there. There's that familiar feeling again. There's that familiar feeling. But it wasn't so bad because it was like splashing on a puddle at the moment.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The canvas was so waterlogged by that point. So it wasn't so bad. It was more of a very, like, again, if you slip and slide and hit a puddle, it was more of that. So it wasn't so bad and everything like that. But trying to make it through the time limit that they gave me was fun as well. I was like, you want me to go how long?
Wait, how long did they tell you to go? What, 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
12.
Wow.
Dude, I haven't been in the ring in 13 years. 12 minutes. Guys.
Oh, you should have seen my face. Like, she saw my face. This is how long? I says, how long you want? He says 12.
I think all of it was great too because it was he was getting the information about his match. Meanwhile, I'm like on the other side of the field, and I was getting information about his entire weekend. So I walked over and I was like, "Oh, so you know the deal, right?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm wrestling Ash." I'm like, "Yeah, and you're going over and you're working Dan tomorrow." He's like, "Wait, what?" I'm like,
"What?"
He was like, "Dan was serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah."
And apparently, though, there was a minor
there's a competition.
There was a minor competition trying to get me. The guys were trying to get me.
People were calling dibs once they found out he was.
They were trying to call dibs. So one of the guys, Axel Lennox was trying to get me for the next day, and I was like, I think Dan Barry already got dibs, and he went, shit. He goes, if Dan asked for it already, I'm not beating Dan. He goes, Dan's got it already.
Wow.
Does the no, I'm sorry, not 13 years, 2013, 11 years.
11 years.
How do I ask this question? When does the want come back? Does it ever leave? I know Foxy's answer. I've asked before.
It's different for everybody because again, for a long time, and she's my witness, I didn't have a want. I didn't
Okay.
have a want for a long time. I didn't. But like again, watching her and watching her work inspired me. And it wasn't just watching her work on TV and her putting out the best work till even now that she's been doing, but watching her how much she grew creatively here, and watching the work that she puts in here before she even goes there was truly inspiring. And then just watching Xcite and some of the talent that they have there that is absolutely tremendous. Pat Sawyer, Price Pure Gold, Zeke Rogers, like
Saren Rain,
Saren Rain,
Edge of Hope.
Edge of Hope, you know, Matt,
Tough.
if you have not heard of these people, look them up and trust me, because again, a lot of them mostly work those areas. But if you haven't seen this talent, you have to check this talent out.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Upstate New York has a lot of gems. Like there's a lot of great
Mike Skyrose.
Yeah, there's a lot of great companies upstate. There's a lot of great wrestling schools upstate, and they all collaborate and work together. Like, I don't want to say use the same talent, but all the same talent does fluctuate in and out. So you get to see a little bit of everybody from every part of upstate, because it's strangely enough, we call them the boroughs. You know, we got the 607 crew, and then there's the Buffalo crew, and then there's Rochester. And the way that they shuffle everybody so everyone gets a chance to shine and work each other. And again, not just that Xcite, but all the other companies is truly amazing.
You know, their champion Bill.
I watch these companies on IWTV on my leisure.
You know, their champion Bill Collier, who's a genetic wonder, number one, but just also again another tremendous talent and everything like that. Like, these are some fast faces you need to be seeing if you haven't seen them. But then also just a younger talent that they try so hard and they put everything out there, give it everything they got. It was inspiring to watch. So the more I watched it, like, and then she had a couple of shows where she could, you know, because of her work schedule as well, you know, balancing real life with the wrestling. You know, we sit and watch, and I'm like, man, you know, this can work here or this can work there. So the funny thing with the wrestling is, you know, you may stop physically, but if you keep watching, this doesn't stop growing and learning. This, so long as it remains.
I was going to ask that. Yeah.
It doesn't stop going and learning. There's the champion Bill Collier there.
Yeah, the Xcite shows from this past weekend will be up during the week.
During the week, the Speedy Fest will be available during this week. So you have to.
I was trying to get another screen capture and I couldn't. I went on here earlier. I was like, where the hell is it?
Yeah, no, they're not. They'll be up this week though. They'll be up this week. We've already got that.
I was trying to get a good screenshot for the ad, and I was like, well, I'll work with something he gave me.
Yeah, but no, it inspired. It definitely inspired the thinking process and the creativity, because you know we still do talk business and we talk shop and everything like that, and you know she'll get my point of view or my thoughts or anything like that.
I'll bounce ideas off of him, and
you know, but for the most part, you know, like it just invigorated me, and like I said, she was the one that threw it out to them. Oh, you know, Damian's coming, because again, in all the time that we've been together, and this is not a wrestling thing, this is just a life thing. Even before kids, we'd never even been away anywhere for the weekend at all.
Oh God, how could you?
Ever.
Yeah,
We've never been away.
Done it. We've never had a vacation.
We never had a vacation.
You know?
So this was just basically a vacation for us. It just so happened to be during Speedy Fest and everything like that, you know. And again, it turned into, you know, again, I didn't go there expectant of anything. At most, a battle royal, and it turned into that. But also, you know, we were also, just on a side note, the road trip was spectacular.
Oh my God, we had such a great time.
We had a great time. We did road trip. We went out. We went to eat.
We caught some weird ass live cover bands that sang a really piss poor version of Jimmy Eat World.
You know, and then you know, it's like 10:45, and it's fun. The jokes are true, folks, when it comes to parental life.
Yeah.
You know, you get all these ideas of what your nighttime life is going to be.
We're going to go out drinking. We're going to hang out. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this.
Yes, and that.
10:45.
We're in bed. The bed was comfortable. The blankets are cozy. The pillows are cozy. You know, 10:45.
We're like dead. Out. Completely out.
Yeah, it was completely.
Yeah, we passed
10:45. We passed out watching Grown Ups too.
Yeah.
You haven't aged a bit, Damian. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, totally right.
Yeah.
Oh look, hair. Oh, no tattoos though.
No tattoos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's. I was looking at it, going, "What's missing?"
What's
The
missing?
tattoos.
Tats. That's
It's like
it.
we're
Yeah.
naked without tattoos now.
I know,
It's
even
so
her,
weird.
even her old pictures. A lot of people say that, like, "Where's all the tattoos?" Like, oh my god.
Ah.
Yeah, I get kind of creepy. I feel kind of creepy whenever I whenever I do something with Fox or a show, or like when we did Manic Mixtape all the time, or first started that, or when
Yeah.
we were first starting. I always do a search, like, what picture can I surprise her with? And I always feel creepy, but then I go, where's all the fucking tattoos?
Right?
What's going on here?
I get it. Because there's me right there. Oh my god, that was me.
That was you.
That was me.
Yeah, that's what I played at the beginning. Hold on, wait, look.
I didn't see me. Oh my god, yeah, that's me.
You're a baby.
Yep.
Oh, I was a child.
So was I.
This is,
When I was.
July 22nd, 06.
Oh my god, 2006.
Yeah.
I did a random
Oh,
search and I found that one first. You know, the shows become whenever you guys are feeling itchy, the show has become more interactive now. I got all kinds of stuff going on this stuff.
awesome, yeah.
This is awesome. This is amazing.
I try.
Technology there.
I
But
just
yeah,
want to say, if it doesn't look like if I looks like I'm looking off screen, it's because I'm pulling something up, not ignoring you. I just want to start
that's
doing like
okay.
50
That's
things
all
over here. Hey, Fox, I got a few questions.
What's up, darling?
Remember when you said it was just going to be a year?
Yeah, I do. It's gonna be a year. It's only gonna be it's only gonna be like a show. Well, I am down to a show a month with Xcite, but
Sure.
I mean, yeah, no, I recall that statement.
Was that was that real, or was there always, because I remember I have the clip, Foxy,
know,
when
I
you
know.
said that and I said,
You know
once.
what? It originally I did plan on only doing it for about a year, but honestly, it sounds like I'm blowing smoke, but it's like the God honest truth. I love Xcite. I love the family that I've created there with the guys. I love the vibe, and it's like I had always said, and I still say, it's like if I worked nowhere else, as long as I worked at Xcite, I'd be fine. And right now, with again my real life job, I can only work Xcite, and it's fine. And if I were to stop doing anything ringside or in the ring right now, so long as I could still work with Xcite in some capacity, I'd be fine. Like I found something there that like fulfills a lot of shit, and it's fucking awesome. Fans and company. Yeah.
Great. I was about to touch upon that. I mean, in a world where social media drama has taken over, and you know I'm guilty of it. Xcite seems to just kind of blow right by that.
Because
I mean, as a whole, like the fan, like Stu said, from the fans to the company, the shows, the vibe looks awesome. The crowd, you can have a wrestling show and have a bad crowd. I have never seen an Xcite show when they stream on, when they used to do it on, do they still do it on Twitch? It's been so long.
It's more so
It's
IWTV now.
IWTV now. When they used to do it on Twitch, and the shows I've watched on IWTV, it's the crowd too.
They're
Like,
just as much as part of the show.
Yeah, it's loud. So I'm trying to say, it's
And whether the crowd is small or big, they're loud.
Yeah.
And like they're just as much as part of it. Johnny Moose said it, and you hear this a lot in different places, but with Moose and Xcite, it is true. Moose runs it like a family, and that's the way he wants it. Not just with the boys and the women, but with the fans as well. Like the fans and Xcite, the company itself, has created such a relationship. It's ridiculous. Like I've seen promotions, nice promotion when that you have a couple of the usuals, but I've never seen the relationship dynamic that I've seen between fans and Xcite that I do here.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, for instance, like the Foxy's husband thing. That was like this.
Yeah, Saturday they didn't know. By Sunday morning, everyone knew.
I come out the curtain on Sunday, and it started right away. Fox's husband.
Yeah, I love it.
So,
I love it so much. It's so organic. I love that.
And all the pictures today. I mean, yes, we had the pictures from their actual photographer, but then there was the other pictures that were posted that were just generally from a fan who just does the pictures because she loves the company.
Mhm.
And she did all these wonderful pictures from her phone.
Yeah.
Because she loves the company. I mean, there's not a lot
You
of
can
companies
you
that
can
are
do a hell of an editing from your phone now. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
yeah, but again, watching them, watching her, because again, behind the scenes, she puts so much of herself into that company
I
and
do.
and the growth of it, and I don't mean just from there are times she'll pitch in ideas and everything like that, but she's also looked to as a veteran should be. People go to her for advice. People ask her questions and everything like that.
Yeah.
And she's always more than willing to help other people and everything and everything.
As a quick example, Cade's new manager, Angel, that's my wrestle daughter. I
Okay.
adopted her a year and a half ago.
All right.
That's
Okay.
my daughter.
All right. All right.
So I mean,
That'll be cool.
but yeah, like I've helped, the students there. I one of the other people that I love, like giving little tips and tricks to, is Kate Sin. She wasn't there over the weekend, unfortunately.
Oh.
She helps actually run and guide the promos.
Yeah, I help with the promos.
Well, that answers another one of my questions.
There was a storyline actually about a whole ass year ago now. This is the anniversary of my first official real storyline that I created, wrote, implemented, played out, wrote all the promos for, and made music videos for when Kate and I were starting our split, and I ended up with Edge of Hope. That was all me. Like, I pitched the idea because of one little thing that Matic had said on social media. I ran with it. Loke was like, yes, let's do it. So everything from that point up until when we had the blow off match with Cade around November, December, was all my
long term slow burn storytelling.
Yeah. So and even like I was making the music videos for it. I was telling it, this is how the promos are gonna, like, that was all me.
Foxy, it's almost like you're a writer or something.
Right?
Yeah,
It's time for doing something.
You gotta do something with that.
So actually, I didn't think of this until now. So because I know, I think one of the last times we did a show together, we always ended the show with a book update.
Yeah.
Your book.
Yeah.
And the last time we talked, I believe there was a laptop snafu. I think it's been that long. The flash drive, excuse me.
Yeah.
Is the book still going to be a thing, and how many chapters have you added?
Okay. So the original book is done. That's all finished.
Wow.
And then when I was going in to just put in a final edit, I'm like, some of these things from my past that were very open-ended began to have closure in what I'm doing now. So I've written almost like little epilogues for each little chapter because something had closed, which is really weird. It's all like this one big cycle. And I rewrote the entire ending part of it because of everything going on. And it's all in my little notebook, so a lot of it still has to be typed in. But it's been quite the experience. It's almost like, I don't want to say I'm getting redemption for my past in wrestling, but I'm definitely healing, I guess, parts of old Foxy when she would get thrown into, oh, you're going into an evening gown match and we're treating you like this, and like to what it's now, where it's like I'm respected for my brain, and they're telling me, hey, you don't need to put on all that fucking makeup, it's just a show. It's like there's so many just little parts of my old me that have been healed by doing all of this. It's a whole new ass world.
And what's been crazy too is, like, there's been a few shows, again, because family life, work life, and everything like that she hasn't been able to be as much as she was a little while ago. But even the show she hasn't been on, her name always somehow gets mentioned, or the crowd starts chanting for her. Or this past weekend, same thing.
God. Yeah.
She's getting chants for stuff that she's not even actively a part of.
Yeah.
So she was very much a bigger role on Speedy Fest than she physically was, which is amazing. It's absolutely amazing, which, again, it shows, how much her spot has grown from beyond just being a manager and everything like that, like the respect of the work and everything like that she actually does bring to the table, the knowledge that she brings to the table, and literally the veteranship that she brings, and everything like that.
I just
Without having to dish out too much, but once in a blue, even the veteran card has to get pulled, and they listen.
Yeah.
sometimes you got to pull the veteran card. I understand. Hey, listen, boss is talking now. This is not really a question. This is more of a friend brag, a humble brag kind of thing. Not that I ever doubted you, Fox. It's not that I ever doubted you because I've seen you in the past, but it's astounding to watch you. I don't even know how else to put it because it's like I know you from, we do Nerd Herders, we do music podcasts. I know Goofy Foxy. I've watched you do an impression of a Transformer, kind of like all this silly, nerdy, shit with the rest of us. And then you see, I was trying not to use a clue. You see the fox, you see the paws come out, and it's like what? It's like a whole other person. It's so fun because then people will go, "Who is that?" Oh, it's my friend Foxy. She's a wrestler. Yeah, that's what she does. Holy shit! Yes, I know exactly. I know. It's like another person. I've never seen that before. I know, right?
I get that at work too.
Yeah, she does it at work too.
From not once all the art, the tattoo. For those who don't, I work at a tattoo shop. I'm the tattoo shop manager. So when they started finding out what I did, they were just like, "What? No." So I would show clips, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And then we have some clients that are usuals, so they'll start talking about wrestling and all this other shit that they know this person or whatever. So then that's when I gotta pull my card out. Like, really? Hold my beer. And they're like, wait, you? I'm like, yeah, me. And it's so funny because I'll show them the clip I like to show people to show that I'm actually doing this is the super kick to the face.
I knew I was gonna say, I was trying to bring it up. I knew it was coming.
It's always the super kick because fun fact, I ate that shit. They're like, you're gonna put your hand up, right? I'm like, no. Like, I'm from the 90s, okay? We do not put our hands up. They're like, okay, I took it, and like the video shot of it is beautiful. So I always show people that clip, and they're like, yo, you're not kidding. I'm like, no, I'm not kidding. It's my favorite clip to show people and freak everybody out with.
Oh, I'm looking for it on your page, and I can't find it. Damn.
It's on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. I'll go there. Hold on.
I wish we had this one. I wish it was up on IWTV. We did a show in Hornell, I believe in March. And I had told the guys, because a lot of guys come from Hornell. I'm like, look, this is a 4-hour drive. I just want to help put these guys over because this is their hometown, whatever. So they're like, all right, well, Ref Ryan, he's here, so let's put him over. I'm like, okay, cool. They're like, he's gonna stun you. I'm like, bet. I sold that fucking stunner. Like, oh, holy hell. Like, people, they're like, you took it very Kevin Owens style because I did the flip. I flipped up. Oh my God. And we don't have fucking footage of it. It's not out yet. And it pisses me off because it was so fucking perfect.
It's Bigfoot footage.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, here it comes.
There's the super kick. And
oh.
Yeah. Oh, the inside of my lip was so fucked up.
For like a week.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh my God. Hold on one more time. Because hold on, the sound that it makes, it just looks like a car crash in the best way possible. Like, you know what I mean?
All Edge of Hope was there. They all ran to me after. So like, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm pretending like I'm not. No, I'm fine. Like, and even in the back, like, Johnny Moose does not check up on many people.
Yeah.
So I'm in the back. I'm making sure my lip is okay. It was only like a little fucked up on the inside. Well, it was a lot fucked up on the inside, but I was fine. He comes over. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm okay." Because you took it. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's fine. But getting this lip ring now has prevented that from ever happening again.
Yeah.
Oh, my greatest hits when I first started.
See, interactive.
Yes.
I can't full screen TikTok, so we're gonna have to look at it in this weird.
Oh, that's absolutely. Oh, look, I had red hair. I had a full head of hair. Now I'm half shaved. I was not tattooed yet.
Yeah, I know. Even there.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even like in the last 3 years, it's like slowly climbing up.
Oh, Papa Loke.
Well, that's because, I mean,
Your first Speedy Fest.
yeah, that was everyone's first Speedy Fest.
Oh yeah, that's right. The very first Speedy for everybody.
That was an answer. That was a question I had. What's Speedy Fest?
What
That
is
is not
Speedy
working.
Fest?
That's not what I was trying to do. Sorry, folks. Yeah, what is Speedy Fest?
Right,
Past
so
a wrestling festival.
no, up in Binghamton, New York, this was the 40th Speedy Fest actually. So up there, they are known for this sandwich called the Speedy, and I mean, I don't exactly know how Speedy Fest began, but what it's become is basically an entire festival that takes place in the entirety of on Ostingo Park. I don't think I'm saying that right.
You're probably not.
And it's just food, rides. They do hot air balloon send-offs all weekends. They've started doing concerts. They just had
Car show.
As far as the concerts, it started off like little and local bands, but now it's become bigger. Like on Friday, they had Shabuzi there. I forgot who was there on the Saturday and Sunday, but it's massive.
Yeah, and then Saturday they had, of course, Trish Stratus
was there
and then,
on Saturday.
And Dijak was there for Sunday.
Last year, Speedy Fest brought in Cardona.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
In
Tommy-
Morrison
Tommy
and
Dreamer.
Tyra, yeah, but Tyra Valkyrie was there as well.
Oh.
Yeah, it's become a major thing for Xcite. So.
Yeah, but on record, yesterday was the hottest event out of the 3 years that Xcite.
Yeah, slightly. I think so. I was gonna ask what was hotter, the New Moon Building or Speedy Fest, but I think Speedy Fest wins. I don't think I have to ask.
Hands down.
Oh my
God. Speedy Fest, hands down.
Craig, I have nothing else but love to give to the Fox and the Dragon. So what do you got for him, if anything?
The same amount of love and appropriate respect and admiration. I only know these guys through you, Dan. So I have the same. I was introduced to them as wrestlers, so I was already impressed. So because I've only known Veronica Vargas as Foxy, so I was just tickled pink right from the get-go. So everything I've seen from you has just been even more impressive. It's like a cherry on an already huge cake. So when I met you as a podcast host and a former wrestler and a wonderful mom and wife, and that when you said you were going to be writing a book, that was awesome. So to meet you as a wrestler and as a mom and a wife and a former wrestler, then to see you go back into the sport is what's equally captivating. And so when you got that guy back into it, I was like, I knew it had to be her. Because you have that magnetism that draws people in. That's why people chant your name when you're not even there. That's why I was so excited when I saw you guys on the screen, because I met you as a huge star. So I don't know the other Foxy, and I only met you through Dan. And like I've said many times on this podcast and other podcasts, every person that Dan has ever introduced me to has been absolutely awesome. And hands down, I can't say that about Dan, but the people he knows are absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm in awe of them. I admire them. I respect them. In some cases, I have sex with them. But every person that Dan has ever introduced me to is absolutely amazing. So to see
He's
you back
serious.
in the ring, Damian, happy belated birthday too, by the way. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'm so, yeah, I watched that clip over and over again, and I'm so glad you made
By the way,
okay,
it wasn't me. He did not have sex with me.
No.
I just wanted to be clear. I'd be honored, but it wasn't me yet.
Yeah. Hasn't been for lack of trying. But no, honestly, when I saw the clip and I saw you were making your return and the horrible weather, I felt worried for you because you haven't done it in 11 years and you're going back in a monsoon. No pun intended. I'm glad you made it out okay. So I'm proud of you, man. Really.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Damian will not be on an episode of Botchamania this month. No.
Thankfully, no. Hopefully,
I wish that used to be one of my goals.
Just
to be on
just to be on
Because a lot of my old
just
shit.
Why not?
Because a lot of my old shit was bad, and I know it's bad. And I always just wanted to be on it, and I never have.
Well, see, I don't
Dig
like
it up and
Botchamania.
send it to him.
I don't like Botchamania because so many of those botches have ended in serious injuries. That's when I was introduced to it.
Well, no,
so
the bar is the taking away the injury part.
Yeah.
Funny botch, yes. Yeah, we're here for the comedic relief of the botch.
Yeah.
Mansoor's been running with that botch for about a year now.
Oh, she loves that. She loves.
Oh, it's so.
She loves them.
My heart.
She absolutely loves them.
And I get it.
And now they're in ROH of all places.
Well, I mean, you know, night is still young.
Mm-hmm.
Night is still young. Just to piggyback off of Craig real quick, it's weird to add to that. Craig is when we started doing we met them through ECWA. Well, we met Matt Saigon and Damian Dragon.
The Saturday Speedy Fest was running against that huge ECWA show. Let's not, call a spade a spade. We were running against that huge ECWA show in Delaware that day too.
I'm still not able to access those pages, sir. So I had no idea there was a show happening.
Oh,
I really did.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're talking about Xcite. Fuck that shit.
We're talking about Xcite.
But my point was nothing. I really, whatever the case is, I can't read those pages. So we met when it was Fusion DS, and I always do Foxy as, and I don't mean this, Foxy, you were there as Damian's wife, and then you find out, oh wait, I recognize her, but that's over. And then you cut to, I'm going to make a one-time spot, and then I'm like, no way. Listen, I don't get to toot my own horn in wrestling a lot, but if that one is that I knew that Foxy was going to be in this for a long haul, I'll take it because it's been fucking awesome and entertaining. And Damian, this won't be your last time in the ring too. I'm just gonna throw that card out there. Probably not the end.
Probably not. But I mean, again, as good as it felt, there's areas where I know I need to improve and everything like that.
Well,
but it was great.
You've been off for 11 years. What do you expect?
I know exactly.
You're only 30. You're only 32. You're fine.
Oh, only 32. I know, right?
So,
what's 32?
What's 32?
I don't know. I don't even remember anymore. So just to for old time's sake, have either of you seen the Deadpool Wolverine movie?
Oh, of course. I've seen it 3 times already.
Shit. Foxy, have you seen it? Okay. And
it was all right.
For her, it was all right. For me, I loved it.
It was all right.
Why was it all right? Why was it all right?
Third movie, they stole another gag from the web series, though.
They want
kind of what. It's kind of what. Well, first of all, I was asking for the web series thing because I figured there was something, and also now I need to hear why it was only all right. I've got to know.
Yes, please. Why was it all right?
I know why. Not enough Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman butt because I was upset there wasn't enough.
Oh no, I can care less about that.
Oh.
I loved all of the Easter eggs in it. Do not get me wrong. All the Easter eggs that you went in knowing were going to happen, and then all the ones that you discovered because for every one secret that was leaked, there was like 30 that you didn't know. Which cool. I mean, was it good? Yeah. For me personally, it doesn't have the rewatchability as I would say the first one, and a little bit slightly with the second one. I think maybe because since it was going in as quote unquote saving Marvel and having it to be expected to be, there's an Easter egg here and a secret here and a this here. And it coming off as this is over the top, it was like, okay, it's over the top. That's cool. Just give me a movie. It's all right.
You're not the only one
Okay.
that thought that. You're not the only one that thought that.
I can
so
see
I
that where
can't-
some people felt like it was like
Yeah.
almost like a sensory overload. It was like, all right, there's too much
They
going on.
kind of went into it knowing they were jumping the shark, and that's cool. I'm all about jumping the shark and going all out, but it was like I'm expecting it, so it was like, okay, cool.
To be
I don't
honest,
hate it, but it was all right.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't care what happens as long as dog pool exists. I'll be a happy.
I know
man.
that dog. I need the plushie in my life. There's a
I
I know there's a
know-
plushie. I need the plushie.
I knew it was good. I knew dog pool was gonna make an appearance, but I didn't understand until that scene. Sorry that it was gonna be like that. And the way that dog
And
pool
remember,
runs
people
it.
need to realize that's not a CG dog. That's what that
No,
dog
that's the
looks.
real dog.
That's a real dog. That's what that dog looks like.
That is England's ugliest dog, and as far as I'm concerned, she's the most gorgeous doggy in the world. Well,
I want the plush. I need the plush.
second, Phyllis. I'm sorry. She ran. My heart started fluttering because that last scene where she runs and jumps into his arms, she ran just like Phyllis with like a bulldog.
Oh.
So I was just like, and I already have the Funko coming. I don't have the plushie. I have the Funko. Could not get the Funko with the goggles on it. I had to. That was and I'll also take that car fight scene any day. I can't wait to. I'll rewatch
that
the hell out of that.
It's hilarious.
I just there was that one part of the movie for me where there was real tension is where he's just staring at him after he insults him, and there's silence, and he goes, "I'm gonna fight you now." And I'm like, oh shit. And
The one part that our kids kept loving though was baby knife. He just every time he said baby knife.
You took your kids to see it?
well, they're old. Dirt.
Oh, okay. Older.
They're
older.
I
How
say-
old's your youngest now?
8 to gonna be 9 in October.
There's
Our
this weird thing where
8-year-old is currently
Yeah.
obsessed. Obsessed. Last we told you he was obsessed with Indiana Jones and Harry Potter.
It's evolved.
It's evolved. Now he's obsessed with Michael Myers and Jason.
Yeah. 8 is when that's about the right age for that horror crap because that's when I started looking for Freddy Krueger movies, as I called them when I was younger.
Yeah,
I believe it.
He is obsessed with Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers. He knows every little bit of trivia and this and that and which song and character and this and he knows it all.
How's the ghost obsession going with him?
It's there, but it has plateaued.
They've gotten into Ice Nine Kills because
Yes.
Ice Nine Kills, as you know, does songs about horror movies.
Yeah.
So,
That's funny.
I
Oh
think
wow.
It's more of a mask thing right now. Like he likes.
Okay. Sure.
And a lot of the stuff that he does talk about is, well, this mask was made in 19 whatever, and it was by this studio, and so even down with Ghost now he's all about like the masks.
Yeah.
and the making
I was
of it.
very proud. Speaking of masks, that on the show that kind of stood in for Nerd Herders rebooted recently was the Shadow Moses show about toy collecting and the nerd stuff. And I was very proud that I was able to tell them both they had no idea who Michael Myers' mask was. I was very happy that I was. That's what I said, Fox.
I thought that was common knowledge.
Why?
I thought that was a common knowledge thing.
Not for younger folks.
I
Not
was like,
for-
no, not for that. Yeah, I told them I was like, do you know the face mask that Michael Myers wears? It's a Halloween mask. I'm like, no, it's William Shatner. It's Captain Kirk. What?
They took the
Yeah.
sideburns off, and
Yeah. Yeah, I was very proud of that. I was like, that's right. Thank you.
Hey,
I'll take it. Foxy, I know you haven't had the time, but if you ever get the time while it's still on demand on Veeps, I will give you my login to watch the Ghost movie. Because
Try.
listen, this is not I'm not pushing you. I'm
Oh, no, I
I'm
know.
saying I know you don't have time, but if you ever sitting there going, "Oh, I got," well, it's almost 3 hours. It's a full concert and movie stuff
my
around it. It's 2 hours 45 minutes. If you're sitting there going, "I got a few hours," you let me text my ass. I will go here's the fucking shit. Go watch it, because I need to talk to you about the end of that fucking movie. God damn it! I can't believe I've witnessed that. Wait, what? You son of a bitch, Tobias. Anyway, this is I'm glad I wore it because you were coming on, but also I just got it in the mail 2 days ago and washed it and put it on. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to ask them and they're going to be on the show. Yeah, Marvel Jesus. Oh yeah, back to that the Marvel Jesus thing. I kind of agree with Foxy because I was like, nothing really happened, but to change, but a lot of things did happen that they could use to change.
Yeah.
So I was like, not necessary. I had a good time. I told my friend I was going to go see it again last week, but I was like, you know what? I'll wait till I'm with Mom next week. I'll take Mom to see it.
So what was the bigger shocker for you, seeing Wesley Snipes walk out or Channing Tatum walk out?
No, it was seeing Elektra.
No, I knew about that one. That was one of the ones
didn't. I had no idea. Oh, I had no idea about either of those. Any three of those.
Here's the
but
thing. What makes a fun movie experience is when you don't know shit about it, so you can see it for the first time on the big screen. So when it comes to movies I really want to see, I don't want to see any trailers. I don't want to hear any leaks. I don't want to hear any spoilers. So I walked into this movie completely oblivious. So Chris Evans even got me. It's like, oh, he's Captain America. And I was just like Deadpool. He's going to say Avengers. Flame on. Wait, I'm sorry, what? I was the exact same way. Yeah. So seeing Wesley Snipes, seeing Channing Tatum, absolutely floored me. Absolutely. And all the Easter eggs. Dan, I just sent you something. All the different variants of Logan were from iconic comic book covers.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. I talked about this on my other podcast. But I left a puddle when I saw Wolverine in the X Crucified. That was the cover of X-Men 251. When you saw the reflection of the Hulk in his claws, that was from Todd McFarlane's cover of Incredible Hulk 340. I was him as in the white tuxedo with the patch. That was from Wolverine #1. This was the best. I didn't even know. Someone had to tell me that was Henry Cavill because I didn't recognize him from seeing it, and because the audience, I saw it on Thursday before it opened on Friday, and everyone was so loud I couldn't even hear when he said Cavalry. Yeah, I missed that, so I didn't know that was Henry Cavill till after the movie was over. So again, there were so many. It was the best comic book movie ever made because there were so many comic book references, and you see all the stuff from the previous movies. The Red Skull's car from the first Captain America. Everything at Happy's office was like a fucking Easter egg museum.
Yeah, it was.
The Captain America shield. It proved that Tony had a heart. You saw the picture of it was blocked out. Tom Holland was blocked out. The picture of Tony Stark and Peter Parker, and the mask right next to him from Iron Man 2 when the kid was gonna, and he goes, "Nice job, kid." That Kevin Feige has come out and said that was a young Peter Parker. So all that. But one thing I noticed the most though, when Wade went into the TVA and he saw all the shots of the Avengers, all the stock footage of the Avengers, not one shot of Black Widow, aka his ex-wife.
Yeah, they kind of excluded that.
Oh, geez. Oops. Well, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, he did mention his current wife.
Yeah, slightly. I will say this. I don't think I laughed that hard at anything in a long time than I did at Nice Pool.
Yeah, Nice Pool.
It wasn't the fact that it wasn't the joke itself. It was the fact that it was him doing that joke. Yes, I mean, how long does it usually take you to regenerate? Regenerate with the blood? I was laughing so hard
Yeah,
because
10
I would
miles.
totally do that to steal somebody's dog.
I think the thing I most enjoyed out of it was all of the Blade stuff. Because I love the Blade movies so much.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't catch it the first time. He caught it, but then the second time I caught it was when Blade made the reference to Ryan Reynolds, to Deadpool.
He says, I don't like you.
I don't like you. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, that's because Ryan Reynolds was in Blade Trinity.
Because I can't stand you. Because never could.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
now you discovered another new one.
And did you catch the Electra joke about her ex-husband?
Yes. Oh, I caught that real quick. I'm like,
that was that. I'm sorry. It's okay. Oh,
that's okay. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So I'll be seeing it this weekend with or without my mother. I need to see it again.
Maybe not.
I guess the last question, just to keep it back on the wrestling topic. I'll skip my last nerd question and save it for. I'll keep that card in my pocket for another time. So what's next, Foxy? For Foxy.
Wow, that's actually been my sole purpose since August started. What next? I don't know.
All right.
Hey. I don't know.
You got September 14th.
Yeah, so September 14th is the next Xcite event that I'm on, which means that's also probably going to be the next event he's on. Xcite though is running this coming Saturday. Unfortunately, I'm not on that one because I can't.
Is it just Saturday or Friday and Saturday?
Saturday and Sunday, but Sunday's going to be Sunday's a student show.
Okay, yeah.
But Sunday they are running in Elmira at the X2. I'm not on that one, unfortunately, only because real life work. I work Saturdays. I couldn't do 2 weekends in a row.
Gotcha.
But should be on IWTV. They also have September 13th and 14th. I'm only going to be at the 14th in Elmira also, because Friday the 13th, we have a big tattoo special at the shop. So I'm going to be working 12 hours that day.
Nice.
I see they added October dates. So we got Friday, October 11th in Binghamton and Saturday, October 12th in Hornell. I know I'm not doing October 12th because that's our son's birthday. But I will probably be doing Friday. But yes,
there you go.
Even if I'm not on, the shows are always great.
Support them, watch them on IWTV.
Always support them, always watch IWTV, because not only that, you never know what you're watching might be something I created.
Yeah, and this Saturday coming up, they have Rhino on
Rhino's at the event this Saturday. Wow. And again, it will be. I'm pretty sure it'll be on IWTV. So just keep an eye out on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is if you can't make it, XciteWrestling.com, XCITE wrestling.com. We've mentioned it 100 times on the show. Independent Wrestling TV is like the WWE Network, but all for the indies. It is. If you have not been to that site, you hit create account.
It's worth it.
You sign in. You give them a monthly charge, and you can watch damn near any independent wrestling company. Let me rephrase that. You can watch any independent wrestling company worth a damn.
Yes.
On that channel at any time. Live events, video on demand. It is all there. And as they said, as Foxy and Damian said, the last 2 shows from this past weekend will be up later this week.
Last
3. I'm sorry. That's right. There was 3. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3.
They will be on this coming week. And again, IWTV, it's been great. This is something new to the world of wrestling. I wish we had this back in our day.
Yeah.
Because
God.
I've been able to I watch anything that my dudes Edge of Hope are on, and they're on a lot of shows upstate. So whenever I can, if I know that show is live, I'm watching them. I'm supporting them. They always hit me up. Hey, did you watch it? What did you think? So it's like that. IWTV is just a great tool to discover even just what's new in your area, because you might not know what goes on in your own town, and you can look it up and go, oh, I could watch it here, or I can go. It's amazing.
Trying to see if it's uploaded.
I know, right?
I'll pop huge if he goes on. It's actually up there. There's Xcite right there.
They were sending it tonight to the person who's going to be uploading it. So it will be this week.
Yeah, it'll be this week. It'll be this week.
That's not why I was doing it. I was just creating a vibe while you guys were explaining the website. I'm a producer,
because if you didn't, we were probably going to check.
We were going to check ourselves anyway.
Oh yeah, well there you go. It's not there. I'm glad I was here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Saved us time.
I'm glad I could be of service. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has come to that time to free the dragon. That's not a pun. You know what? Fuck it. The free the dragon and the fox
No,
back
that's
to
enough
their.
out of the 2 hours. The kids got to go to bed first, dude.
All right, fair enough. And I'm gonna leave it at that, actually, because I can't.
You're not expecting that, were you?
I really can't top the. I can't top that. So before you do that, well, yes, you literally can in many ways. And there's a clip for you. That's a
Making
clip.
him blush.
Yeah, big time.
And that is a clip.
Looks
Thank
like
you.
a thermometer.
Literally. Oh
It's
boy,
like,
I'm.
Nobody thought this would last.
Nope, I'm not gonna. Nope, not
Nice.
saying a word.
Keep the
Not-
cameras rolling.
Yeah, I made you laugh the other day. But before that, when you posted for some reason, you posted the family update, and I don't think I've ever in my life watched my heart jump onto the table and jump back in within. It's like, what? Oh fuck! Jesus fucking Christ! I know. You know, life's not easy, but at the same time, I've never seen my heart before, so that was nice. So before we put the kids away and free the dragon, please tell me where we can follow you on Twitter and all social medias.
You can find me on all social media platforms at Viva Foxy Foxy. That's VIVAFOXY, primarily on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I have a Twitter. I forget that it exists because Twitter is a fucking cesspool. Okay?
Yeah.
So you can find me on those platforms all the time.
For me, dvargas802 on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. My Facebook, I generally try to keep it to people a little closer. So if you're looking to follow me on the wrestling stuff or anything, Damian Dragon Entertainment on Facebook. Then of course
Ladies
we
and
still have our Nerd, and of course we still have our Nerd Herders rebooted site going as well for all your nerd news and everything like that we still contribute to.
When I see something, I will put it on there since you gave me the keys, and whenever I see something go up, I try to emote to it so people see it and keep it going, because the word hiatus doesn't mean over. It just means
Exactly.
to break.
Just hiatus.
It just
That
means
means
8:30 at night.
Yeah, it means Fox works till 8:30 at night.
at any time, if one of these two goes, hey, that's really what it hinges on. Whenever they say, as long as I'm alive, if one of these guys messages me in the middle of any conversation, goes, by the way, we got to go live tonight, I'll be like, fucking, I'm there. So Nerd Herd is rebooted. Watch the page, folks. You never know.
You never
As
know.
they said in wrestling twice times two, never say never.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Thank you, Damian. Thank you,
Thank you,
Foxy.
Dan, for everything.
You enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yes, got it.
I will talk to you guys later.
Take it easy, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye. That is Damian Dragon and Foxy, our old friends. It was nice to catch up.
Yes, the first couple of HIAC Talk Radio.
The only couple of HIAC Talk Radio. Craig, I'm going to call an audible here because that went and pleasurably went longer than I expected. No pun intended to the dragon. But I think we'll just recap what we thought of Summerslam and that other picture I showed you. And we will have to do a double extravaganza of Wrestling Historian on the next show, if you don't mind, please, sir.
Of course not.
I apologize, but sometimes when this happens and the one episode after this is all Historian is sometimes the most fun I have. So
yeah, that's fine. And I had no idea they were going to be on, so this is great.
I was trying to surprise you, and I just gave you those random pictures just to kind of tell you, but it's funny. I texted Damian, and I think I texted him at I'll tell you what time I texted. I texted him at 11:30 because it just popped in my head. I was like, dude, I should see if he wants to talk about it. And I texted him, hey, let me know when you're home and you're not busy. And he goes, Yes, my what do you call me? What's up, Cuddle Bear? I was like, oh, listen, sweetheart, you want to come on the show? And I talked about it, and I said, yes, set it up. And then I went to Foxy. I said, hey, hubby's coming on. Please, you're welcome, more than welcome to come on if you want to, because, you know, you have some things to talk about as well.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes later, he told me, hey, Fox is coming on. I was like, good. I just texted her. That'll work out great. So it literally came together like that. We were going to do a normal show, and I was like, well, our friends were wrestling this weekend. We must talk. Must. Yeah. And also this weekend was a couple of things. It was Summerslam. Oh, I'm sorry, Summerslam, not Sham.
Summerslam.
Summerslam. Man, I don't know. I thought the show was okay.
What I liked about it is every single thing. I predicted the outcome of every single match that was going to forward, you know, the storylines and the Raw and SmackDown going forward. So I wasn't surprised by anything. It was just exactly the way I wanted it to go, which is why I enjoyed the show. I was a little surprised. I guess the only surprise was Nia Jax going over Bayley, just because I honestly don't think Nia Jax deserved any type of
it really did shock me. I admit it. Yeah.
Props or anything like that. Because she is just as bad as she was when she first started, and just as clumsy and just as reckless. And I thought, okay, well, I should say I was disappointed by her win. I was disappointed that Tiffany didn't cash in, because Tiffany at this point is more over than both of them, more over than Nia and Bayley. So that's what I was looking for to happen, and I still think it will happen. But yeah, that was everything else. LA Knight needed to win. We knew that Dom turning on Rhea, saw that happening.
Son of a bitch.
Gunther needs the belt way more than Damian Priest does. Not a knock on Damian, but
no, he's set right now. He's good.
Yeah, and he's going to be a babyface anyway. But Gunther is the man and should be the man, especially with this title. You know, it's always been dwarfed by Cody's, and ever since they split it from being the undisputed to having one champion and having two, it really hasn't. I wouldn't say it hasn't meant anything, but I mean, Seth held it, but this will be the first time a heel has it, and a guy like Gunther, you can keep it on him for a long time. The thing about Gunther, when he has the belt, he keeps it, and you have a whole lot you can do with it. I mean, they already set up Randy Orton, and they recalled the King of the Ring fight where Randy's shoulders weren't down. You can always have Gunther and Cody from the Royal Rumble 2 years ago. But you have you have so many more options with Gunther as champion. But yeah, I enjoyed all of it, and even Roman Reigns coming back, predicted that. Yeah, Braun Breaker should have that belt. Again, nothing against Sammy. Sammy doesn't need the belt. I was surprised that Sammy was the one to beat Gunther. I thought it should have been Braun the whole time, if not this year, next year. But yeah, so Braun being an Intercontinental Champion, that also was a given. So yeah, I enjoyed everything about SummerSlam.
Sorry, go ahead.
Because everything I predicted happened, so that's why I enjoyed it. Go ahead. Here he comes out, and he became a babyface the day after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
When he disappeared and the Bloodline became solos, and the crowd chanting for Roman after that. So now they've finally done what they wanted to do way back. Remember the Royal Rumble in Philly all those years ago when The Rock raised his
I remember that.
Yeah, raised his hand. They were trying to get, but now they finally done it. But notice that it's been done. That the huge babyface that Roman is now has happened under the Triple H regime. Now to work with, who started on the Indies and here tonight on Raw, as we're recording this podcast was the Raw debut of the new.
Talk about Triple H's booking of certain folk.
Yeah.
It would be a good idea.
It-
You can't. It's not like we can ignore it. I mean, at least it's not Vince McMahon running out and going, you are 2 steps away from a bone through your nose.
Yeah.
Which, whether it was written or not, I'm surprised he was still standing in his shoes. But,
Yeah, and it was one of the things I was going to mention in the historian. If we were doing it this year, was 34 years ago. Yesterday was the return of Tony Atlas to the WWF as Saba Simba.
Boy.
Yeah, so
Good job.
I would like to say we've come a long way. Getting back to SummerSlam, one of the other things I was predicted
Jesus
and
Christ.
had to happen was LA Knight winning the United States Championship.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, you and I have talked for months about how, like, even though he was a great wrestler, he's not a wrestler, and we were giving him the benefit of the doubt because he's so damn good. And then about 2 days before, I think I'm going where I was going to go and you were trying to go. How do you pronounce this woman's name? Was it Ibine Khalif? I can't pronounce the boxer's name correctly. Somebody, this is how it started. Folks, if you're on the other side of the argument, I want you to listen to me very carefully. And you can back me up by searching any website you want. You will find this answer. Somebody fucking lied and started a fucking story that she's transgender. First of all, even if she was a transgender woman, guess what? Still a woman boxing a woman.
Yeah.
Number one. That's their, and I know people are like, well, my opinion is, that's wonderful for your opinion. Facts don't, that side keeps telling me facts don't care about your opinion. Apply it here. Number one.
Yes.
Number two, it was a lie.
Mhm.
A lie. I just thrown out there that Uncle Jethro shared with his nephews, that shared everywhere on Facebook, that started this absolute lie about this woman. I don't know anything about this woman past what the news has reported. I don't know what side of the political rainbow she lands on. I don't know her personal beliefs. I don't know if she's straight or gay, and I don't give a fuck. But what I do know is that she is born a woman. She is a woman. She boxed as a woman.
Yes.
And not only that, she beat an Italian boxer with one punch because her nose hurt.
Yes. In a women's boxing match, she fought another woman. Won.
Say that again. And what kind of boxing match was that, Craig?
In a women's boxing match. She fought another woman and she won. That's the end of the story. That's the entire story.
That is the headline and article. That's it, folks. But one of the schmucks that ran with it was the guy that filmed somebody committing suicide in a Japanese forest. Logan Paul. Good old Logan Fuckboy Paul. Fuckboy, he's a millionaire. Doing what?
Yeah.
Well, he's a good wrestler.
Hooray. You know how many scumbags are great wrestlers?
I'm still clapping for you, pal. I'm very happy for you. The end of his career should have happened when he filmed the guy
killing
in the forest.
Yeah.
Yes. Period. We not even to get into the intricacies of why that's a bad idea. But then you went, it's not, I'm not even mad that not that it matters what I think, but we're on the show, we're talking. I don't even care that he tweeted, she's transgender, it's not fair. What I do care about, and yes, folks, what does make me a really woke snowflake is that his apology or his non-apology was, whoopsie. What?
That's it.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, I called a woman who's really a woman a man, and that's a whoops. The whoops is if you accidentally step on somebody's foot.
Fucking whoopsie. Yeah. The man, like as they say, he's a rich man. He doesn't care. He will never care. he has no repercussions or accountability that he needs to ever take for anything that he ever does.
No.
And in that non-apology where he said, whoopsie, he didn't even say the words, sorry, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
He just said, whoopsie, like he's a fucking clown, which is funny because that's what I think he is. Go ahead.
Well, and so is everyone else who believed the lie in the first place, or anyone who ran with it, or anyone who did know the truth, and when the truth came out, all refused to apologize. I'm not absolving Logan Paul, but his whoopsie acknowledged that he did fuck up. It's the other million people that knew the truth and still that didn't apologize at all, or if anything, they doubled down on it. Because why let facts get in the way of a rant or something that I can make fun of or be angry about. Again, I don't understand where the anger or why that's anybody's business, but it's like
if she was transgender, why are you upset? Shut up. You're not boxing in the Olympics, pal.
Yeah. And I never understood why and where all these people care about the Olympics? You're watching female boxing? Since when?
Since that day.
Jeez.
So stupid. Yeah, no, I lost my last thought. It's so stupid. It's just a waste of everybody's time. Her father had to say something.
Yeah.
Her country had to say something. By the way, in her country, it's illegal to be queer. So if she is, and you're all outing her, you're just causing her trouble.
Yeah.
You morons. But again, there's no accountability and there's no blowback for you because you're all white and straight. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I'm not even going to get into the picture Hulk Hogan took. By the way, just to be clear, in case you're reporting to the two bozos on Twitter, and you know who you are, do I think it was his intent and Hulk Hogan taking a picture with a Nazi? No, of course not. Do I think it was his intent? No, he's not that stupid. Although I've seen him talk at the RNC, he might be that stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can give the Trump supporter a pass because the tattoo was on the opposite arm, so I'm sure Hogan doesn't look for tattoos when he gets his picture taken with a fan. Any person that knows and likes him, he'll take a picture with, and that's always been his MO. But the thing is, even if he did know about the guy's tattoo, he'd still take the picture. That's the thing. He wouldn't disavow it. He'd say thank you, just like with any one in that. I mean, look at the people at the RNC. Hogan, Kid Rock, who else? Dean Cain, Scott Baio. It's the
at least
the 90s Trivial Pursuit cast.
At least on the RNC, you have two couch fuckers now. You have Scott Baio and JD Vance, so at least they're consistent.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm watching. Speaking of, I'm watching Rhea Ripley try to kill people right now on TV.
Yeah, and you're watching two of the biggest baby faces in the company now.
Yes, Rhea and Damian Priest. It's kind of amazing. It's the best looking powerbomb I've ever seen. Ha! Pun intended. Yeah. However, to add to what you just said, that was the point I was making with wrestler friend of mine on my Facebook page. Do I think he didn't see it? No, I do think he saw it. But there's an old rule that we've had since World War II here. There was literally wars that were won about this.
Mm-hmm.
If you're at an event, a concert, anything like that, and you know somebody there is a Nazi, and you don't remove that person, that event has become a Nazi event.
Mm-hmm.
So that beer giveaway was a Nazi beer rally. That's how it's been since the 40s, folks. Don't know how to tell you that. Get off. No, not for you. Stop. My puppy's being a puppy. Drop it.
Puppy's got a puppy.
Anyway, I have to switch out my laptop bag so he stops eating this damn thing. Craig,
Sir.
I think we're done for the evening. Oh yeah, Pat McAfee was one of them too.
Who's one of who?
About the not about the boxer, but about the opening ceremonies, which wasn't even a fucking Last Supper and the Last Supper to begin with. He was on his radio going, "Yeah, I just think it's a problem because no, Pat, shut up. Does anybody use the tool that you're on to fact check things? This box could power 14 Apollo 13 successfully to the moon and back, and we're not using any of it. We're just spewing bullshit."
What gets me, but again, the opening ceremonies, and everyone was all offended and saying it's blasphemous and the affront to God. It was a depiction of a painting that had nothing.
Well,
and
there's your first problem. The culture.
Yeah. So what they were doing was their depiction of a painting of the last. So if you had a problem with the painting, that's what they
was.
They had nothing to do
with the dinner of I can't even say the word.
Dionysus.
Yes, thank you, Dionysus. Yeah, whatever you said. Fountain of Salmacis, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even the Last Supper. I don't know if you know this, but last time I checked, Jesus had 12 disciples, and there was like 20 people at the table.
Yeah.
So there's your first clue. But again,
why
culture.
why let facts get in the way of a good rant? This is different, and there's men dressed like women, and there's a decapitated Marie Antoinette. So I've got to be offended by it. I don't know why, but I'm registering my complaint on the internet post haste.
But I'm doing it for clout.
Yeah,
you idiots. Craig. So next in 2 weeks we're gonna have Wrestling Historian Plus and Triple H booking black guys. Essentially, it's what we're gonna have.
Yes, because had we not had chance to catch up with our special guest stars, Damian Dragon and Foxy, this was a very important week in wrestling history. So we will save that for next time. We'll talk about the week of 1980, the biggest week, attendance-wise, maybe in wrestling history for the time. And I've got numbers and adjusted numbers for those big, probably the most important match of Steve Austin's life. Of course, you remember August 2nd, 1992, and a young man in the light blue t-shirt running from the top of the stadium to the front of the ring to cheer on. That historic event happened this week in wrestling history. So we will cover that and so much more when we meet each other again for a double-sized, super-sized wrestling historian. But we will start there August 2nd and make our way to the present.
With that being said, Craig, where can people follow you?
They can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, X, Threads, and on YouTube at Craig Ligons, CraigLiGons.
And I just want to thank transphobes and douchebags that run X everywhere for me having to write an extra asterisk on all my social media tags because I want to fight transphobes. I'm sorry. How was I supposed to know? So yeah, follow me on Threads, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Facebook, Tumblr. I opened up a Tumblr because of Twitter, TikTok, and Spoutable at DanLaw83, and on Twitter, X, at DanLawTV. For Craig Ligons, I am the above average comedian, Dan Calachico. Go home and F each other, and if you have no one to go F, go home and F